Hello and welcome back to Football Manager. It has been a while. My apologies for that. My last microphone just went kaput completely and I had to get a new one. Obviously, I didn't get paid for another 2 weeks after that happened, so I couldn't afford to buy one until then. So now we have today. Obviously, I'm recording this video before you will find it. This video go up on Monday, the day of August. I'm not exactly sure what day Monday is, but it will go up on Monday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, the day after the microphone actually came, because it's the first day I could record. Yesterday I wasn't actually at home. So yeah, we've got our new season. As you can see, we're playing Barcelona after we play Bristol City in the ESC, the European Super Cup. Now the reason for that is because last season went kind of well. If we go back to the start of last season, the last match you saw, was Crystal Palace back in October, if I'm not mistaken. Meaning you didn't see us get out of the Europa League group. You didn't see us beat Celtic 8-1. Nor did you see us beat Lazio 7-2. Or did you see us beat Bayer Leverkusen 6-2? And you didn't even see us beat Manchester City 2-1 before beating Fiorentina 3-1 in the final. We did rather well. In the Premier League last season, we finished in 6th place, which was enough to get us the Champions League because we won the Europa League, pushing Chelsea into the Europa League as well. Now, just to let you in on a little thing, transfers have already been done. These are the ones that have come in so far. Mario Augusto, a Brazilian left back, who's come in for fairly cheap comparing to what, we thought we might spend on him. Yuri Nestorov, a new Ukrainian left winger, who has come in to replace Glazen, who was sold for £30 million to Aston Villa, because he's not going to improve anymore, I don't think. And a £30 million price tag, a very nice profit of £17 million for him. It's very nice to see. We've also got Willem de Jong coming on a free, along with Ross Barkley, Titouan Thomas and Rafa, all coming on free transfers. Very nice to see. Matthew Clark also left for a £1.8 million deal to Rotherham. Again, not going to improve. He's a championship level player. What he's going to be for the rest of his career probably. We brought in a player called Adam Lee from Southampton. He's fairly good, a very young player. Lucas Canars, the one we brought from Castella, or the B team for Real Madrid, he's gone for just shy of 350,000. It says 350,000 there, but rounds up. So that's all of the important deals. Salah-Ad-Din has gone out on loan to Tenerife because we don't have a place for him anymore. We're probably going to sell him on at the end of this season. Last season, we made a bit of profit. We sold Nuno Freitas for £60 million. £60 million we sold him Southampton for. That is his full release clause paid for right there. We also sold Naldino to Ipswich Town for £650,000, and Dennis Johnson did leave to John Book for £8.75 million. In return, we brought in Alessandro Pizzari, a new Italian goalkeeper, who, believe it or not, is actually going to be over the top of Pablo Turgeman, as well as I said, Adam Lee, the new striker from Southampton, on a free transfer. I don't know how I did it either, but we managed it. And from what I can gather, he's going to be a very good player. 4.5-star potential, better than both strikers I've currently got. So we're doing quite well. Going into today's game, we've got a bit of a problem. The very stupid post-Brexit registration rules for the Premier League mean that I can't put half of my best players in this side. For instance, Rafa and Ben Thompson both cannot be registered, and Fabio De Santis, a player I brought in on loan specifically to be a backup to Roberto Lopez, can't be registered. So that's rather annoying. As well as that, we've got 3 injuries in the team of the players that can actually play, being Kelvan Plazari and Louis Barry. But this is the team we're going to start today's game with. Turgeman in goal is number 1, obviously, although technically this is number 13, but that's fine. Erdogan in right back, Tuanzebe and Eduardo in centre back, with Mario Augusto making his debut at left back. We've got Tommy Doyle in central midfield with Ivan Neto, as always, is what's going to happen. Nenad Jovanovski and Yuri Nestorov are the 2 wingers, with Roberto Lopez slotting just behind Alvaro. On the bench, we've got him from Poland. I've got no chance of pronouncing his name. Milik, I'm going to just pronounce the last name. Yula, Ross Barkley, Zlatan Sahajevic, Cengiz Yildirim, Ianis Hadji, and Tijuan Thomas. And we start today's video with a game against Bristol City, a team who were promoted last season, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, head-to-head wise, we're not doing too well against them. So we're going to go into this game with the hope, at the very least, to get a good win against them. We should beat them. We are very much so a top Premier League quality side. We are actually predicted to finish 5th this season, although I think it might have changed now the transfer window has finished. So we might drop down to maybe 8th, 9th, something like that, post-transfers. But yeah, we're going to say we should win this on fairly comfortably, play your own game, you'll win, and go from there. Another big news is that I am no longer manager of Wales, however I am now manager of Italy. Italy lost to Greece in the 3rd round of the World Cup, and as such sacked their manager, and I was given the opportunity to take over. By the looks of things, Mario Augusto has just taken a knock, which is not good. David Bentley now for Bristol City with a goal kick. Clears it out to the right wing, but Jovanovski heads the ball to Lopez. Now to Alvaro. Nestorov in the box already. Tries a shot, but it's straight into the gloves of David Bentley. After 20 minutes, it still remains at 0-0 for Millwall and Bristol City. We're going to ask for some creativity from the boys, see if that can get some help to get the team going. Another big news, Norwich City have gone on a sort of resurgence after the sacking of Daniel Farke last season. They sacked him around November-ish time, and after that they only lost 1 more game, and that was to me, which is good for me I guess, but they also managed to beat Tottenham and Man City and drew with Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United in that run. And they very nearly won the FA Cup, but they lost on penalties to Chelsea. And it's still at 0-0 at half time. That's a worry for me. We are going to have to be assertive in saying that I'm not happy with their performance. Hand over to the assistant, I'm going to make one change. And that one change will be Roberto Lopez coming off for Ross Barkley. Because Ross Barkley came in for specifically the role of playing attacking midfield and central midfield. Same with Tijuan Thomas. But hopefully Ross Barkley can instill some experience into that role, as we have got a very young squad. We've also, good news for the stadium, managed to agree an expansion, and it's 1-0 to Bristol City. Of course it is. Mark Guay, former Chelsea man. But yes, as I was mentioning, we've got an expansion agreed with the board for the Den to gain another, I think, 5,000 seats, so around about 24,000, I believe, is what they said, which is all well and good, but it doesn't come in until October of next season. It's not even this October. So we got still the 19,000 seater stadium we've got currently, but as you've seen on the opening screen, we do actually have a fairly sizable amount of money in the bank. John Berylson, the owner of Millwall, did attempt to sell the club over the transfer window, but the consortium pulled out, and that's offside. Yeah, he's offside. There's no way he was onside. But yeah, the consortium pulled out around the end of July, sort of early August time, so we didn't get the new owners, which I think is actually technically a benefit to me, as I didn't get sacked by any new owners. But unfortunately Bristol City are now winning 2-0, which is just I don't understand. This game frustrates me very much, because in the pre-season we were beating teams like Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. We were beating all of them very easily, in fact, and yet now we can't even seem to beat lowly Bristol City, a team that had to get promoted via the playoffs last season. It's a frustration beyond anything, really. That's what it is. We're going to bring off Iban Nato to bring on Tichuan Thomas. We're also going to bring on Sahevic for Mario Augusto. Speaking of playoffs, Boston United managed to get them. Then they lost in the semi-finals to Luton Town, who ended up winning the playoffs and getting promoted by beating Bolton in the final, which is interesting for Luton Town, a team that were not long ago in the National League, having made promotion to the Championship twice. At least in this game's history. I might have actually done it a few more times, I'm not actually too sure. Right, Tichuan Thomas to Barkley to Jovanovski. Jovanovski shoots, but it's wide of the post. And I just don't understand what's happening. I genuinely don't understand. This is the team that should be finishing in the Champions League spots. Well, at least upper Europa League, and yet we can't even get a win against Bristol City to start our season off. This is atrocious. Especially seeing as we're playing Barcelona in the very next game, which will be out on Tuesday. Obviously, I'm recording it on a Wednesday again, but you'll see it on Tuesday, which will be almost a full week from when I record this video. But it's just the frustration of not being able to score goals. I don't understand what's happening. At the end of last season, we were scoring goals for fun. Barry very nearly managed to get into the top 3 of the top goal scorers. I just don't understand what's wrong. I want to be very aggressive in saying that was not good enough, because it just was not good enough. So, as you can see, we've got the European Super Cup against Barcelona. Then we've got Arsenal. And we have Arsenal. Yay! Loads of our players are out on loan now, which is nice to see because they're getting the game time. Unfortunately, Nesterov did not really play all that well, which is a frustration. Willem de Jong, the Dutch attacking midfielder we brought in, he had a potential ability of 5-star when I first signed him. Now it's down at 3.5, so I might look to sell him on in a couple of seasons. Boston United winning 4-0 against Lincoln City. Lincoln City, okay. I was right the first time. Well, they're in the Championship, actually, according to this. I like how they're like up and then away. Anyway, sorry, I get very distracted very easily, as you will know, if anyone who watches these videos actually does know me. But yes, 4-0 win for Boston United, including a goal for Sam Jones, his second of the season. He's done very well this season so far. Dennis Tintor and Adam Lee both at Wickham. Konjevic still at Yeovil. Arnaud Soares still at Toulouse. Jenkins still at QPR. Demosthenes is at Hereford still, and they have got themselves into League 2 after, what's that now? It will be 15 years almost since they were last in League 2. It's very impressive. Adam Pilbeam still at Salford. Morecambe have got one of our youth players, David Adenier. Port Vale got Stuart Mundy, and Gateshead have got Lee Smart. And Tuanzebe reveals my fury, because I was not happy. But yes, as I mentioned, next game, Barcelona, will be out on Tuesday. This video will be out on Monday, obviously. So until then, I bid thee adieu.